behold. So I was true to my word. I kept doing events, did all that stuff. I did end up buying the, I got the, like, the battle pass, and also the, like, 90 jade a day thing. And, here he is. We've done it. We have acquired Boy. We currently have him at, of course, max level already, 77 crit rate, 133 crit damage, which is alright. Switched the Destruction Light Cone to him. One, fitting. It's called the Fall of an Ion.
So this
Eon?
was my childhood dream. Huh?
Yeah. Aw. Switched it off of Firefly, instead got her this one that I think does better break effect, because she can also use that. Traces, he's mostly leveled out. I haven't done these last few levels. Relic set is actually pretty good. We've got him on some attack and crit damage on that one. Crit rate on this. Crit rate, main stat with crit damage, and then attack with crit rate, which is not too bad, honestly. Also, what? Are those not just up here? Eh? 1 second. Was that the last? 1 second. I'm pulling something up real quick. Real quick, gonna hide source. Bip. Is that okay? No, that is over here, so we're fine anyway. Turn this back on. Whee! I could have sworn I was just looking at. Oh no, I moved it between those two. I had realized I'd forgotten the part titles on the last videos. So I was going in and fixing those. Huh, well I guess it was different even as it just was. Huh. I had the like the follower goal and like the name up here. Oh, wait, that was on the other one before I switched to this, that's why. Also, something I did just before now. Oh, first, I guess, is going to be a shorter stream. It's already like 9:30. I do have to go to bed at a reasonable hour, but I was just rewatching the stream, the past streams. Also, I'm realizing you can't see the actual stats. Oh well. I was just rewatching the streams, the last one at least, to try to freaking remember and try to recognize what's actually going on here, because it's very confusing. I had moderate success, not full success though. Still not entirely sure what's going on. But I was doing that, and while I was doing that, I also switched. So now the output for the stream should be 1920 1080, or yeah, 1920 1080. It was like halved for some reason. I don't know why. Like the canvas, the actual like stuff I'm seeing is at 1920 1080. For some reason, it wasn't outputting that, so I switched it. We're gonna see how it works. No, we haven't missed any, haven't dropped any frames yet, so that's good. Still at 30 frames, but we're gonna see. That might. I also noticed that it said specifically. Actually, I can probably open the settings over here, huh? Read it again. General, video, base canvas resolution 1920 1080. Output scaled resolution was lowered. Downscale filter was set to bilinear, which says in parentheses, fastest but blurry if scaling. And I had noticed that my streams were pretty blurry when I watched the VODs back. So hopefully that just fixes it. I don't know. I'm hoping it does. That'd be sick. I don't have to mess with any other settings or anything. It'd be awesome. But yes, anyway. I have physical damage boost with some attack percent, and attack percent with some crit rate for the last two. So he's got an alright setup. No eidolons. I'm not going fully crazy on it. Teehee? The hell? Is that why he got glowy bits above him? Oh no, it's literally just because he's tall, isn't it? Is there anyone quite as tall as Argenti? Yeah, so we got Argenti's in. Okay, it's the same for him. It's literally just they're too tall. That's it. But what I think I've gathered from rewatching everything is this. There's been 35 million, we're just going to call it that number, loops. essentially. That's how many times Amphorius has happened and this whole story's happened. And we saw Cyrene in like all of them. The thing is, now that we've been introduced, she wasn't in this cycle. So what we were seeing, also like I'm curious as to why it is that she's not here. Might have an answer? Give me a second. Like that stuff we basically know. Cyrene was basically always around, and at least it looks like in each loop they would get to the end, be ready to activate Era Nova, and then she would sacrifice herself to reset time, to draw the Eon's gaze and then reset time. So the question is, Lygus was saying the Era Nova, if they like accepted it, would then like continue, like it would continue the plan with the Black Tide. So is it that with all these recurrences we haven't been doing the Era Nova, and instead it's just been Cyrene resetting everything? Because that's a theory that I'm kind of going with right now, was that she's always resetting it, but she wasn't here for this last one, and so instead he ends up, I don't know if it's being consumed by or ends up transforming, and now we're cycling back through everything. Because at the end it shows us at the last iteration with him, he transforms into Kaslana, we get, like everything gets shattered, and then, yeah. Yes, because in this one, he straight up says we're going to do the Era Nova as he's about to set the core flame down. Lygus appears, or like pauses everything, is like, alright, let's see whose memories these are. And we then see the memories we're going through are of the Flame Reavers, because that's always Finan. So Finan is always getting sent, like Finan continues on and has all the core flames from the last loop. Cyrene dies and time gets reset. And now Finan is still there, and so is the Flame, as the Flame Reaver. The story continues forward. Finan's there as the Flame Reaver, which is why we were the characters were confused. Like, why are we seeing Cyrene in these memories? That's weird. Because she's, one second. Like, because she's, we know that she's gone in the one we've experienced. How are we seeing her right now? And then he reveals at the end, that's because this is the Flame Reaver's memories. And so in this, the final loop, the Flame Reaver, Finan from the loop just before, who had to kill Cyrene and reset everything again, gets killed. And since Cyrene's not there to reset time, we actually go through with Era Nova, and he gets transformed into Kaslana. The question is why we're now going back to 0. Let's see. Yeah, like that is the one still lingering thing. Again, so let's say the final one is the one that we are in. Final one minus one that we watched through has Cyrene there. They continue through everything. Up until now, she's always been resetting it. We're witnessing the memories of the final one minus one. And Cyrene's there, and we're living through. It's like, oh, hey, we're here now. And then at the end, Cyrene dies. They reset time. Final one minus one's Finan is now the Flame Reaver in ours, the final one. And we get all the way to the end, and since Cyrene's not here, and it's basically because we're here, and we don't stop him, we end up killing the Flame Reaver, and then doing Era Nova that causes all this. So the question is, why is it that it then shows us all the way... It might not even be that we got sent back. It could literally just be that we're witnessing from the beginning to see other stuff take place. Because it just showed everything going, like, it showed like the counter reset, and then just says 30 million until the end of the world, which is where Stell currently is. Although I think she might be witnessing the memories of all these past ones. So that's where we are now. Amphorius has been looping. But I think it's because of Cyrene. Which is weird that, like, Lygus knew that there were so many iterations going on. Did he just assume he wasn't seeing the end and that it was because of the Aeronova? I don't know. But basically, Cyrene's been setting everything, but since she wasn't here this time, we actually did Aeronova, and that's bad, because that means he's become a god and is gonna kill Noose. So that's fun. But he's also on the team now. So we're gonna go back to the story for a little bit. Yeah, Kaslana Eternal Recurrence. What the hell? Remember, Kaslana surges in like tides. The world bearing, Kefli will never forget this. We don't actually need just his. Like, we don't need the story one because we actually have our own. But also, die. Teehee. I already did some Divergent Universe with him, and it was great.
Light up the dawn.
Okie dokie.
Oh. Nice moves.
We just put them in a black hole. It's not really moves. It's more of a move. Like this.
Light up the dawn.
And they're all dead again.
Just washed it away, and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Yes, the black tide itself is kind of the purpose of the Amphorius experiment, I guess. And they're gonna give us another 2 anyway.
Light up
Let's
the
kill.
dawn.
Good. Hello.
Light up the dawn.
We're gonna light up the dawn. I swear. We're lighting up the dawn with this one, boys. Hey, carefully. How's it going?
The waters end here.
Hi.
The one you seek is beyond this point.
You got water in you.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals.
Oh, so don't
Especially
try to
when
be
the
polite.
heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
1 second. Aww. Especially when the heads of... Huh.
She really is down to earth.
Strictly so,
The
apparently.
second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her.
Okay.
Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Don't try to
Sounds like
approach.
an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing.
Nice. Okay. No pressure. No pressure. We just, don't do any of the usual polite stuff, but do stay away. Is that Naglaya? Hello. Hi, Chibi. Hey,
Duck's
Gaia.
Goldweaver. Little hostage.
Hostage?
Apologies for
I'm
keeping you
sorry.
waiting.
It's you.
You know them?
Oh, cool. That's
Good.
nice.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless swordmaster.
Ah.
Although we spoke and
Wild.
laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
So I never said I was
The
leading you there.
Imperator decreed. The Deliverer
Oh.
will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals.
There we go.
Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
Okie dokie. Oh.
I see.
Oh.
I had no intention of fight. So remember this, Lady Hysealens. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some
I will
time to
fight you.
ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
Okie
As
dokie.
you wish.
Okay.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Oh.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya.
Ah.
Treby.
Okay, so he is
The
going back.
Finan of this world has not yet
Eh?
been born.
Okay.
In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie.
Is this me? Okay.
I will tell you
Second.
the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova.
So is this again? If this is cycle 1, if this is cycle, or let's say this is time 0, we haven't even completed it yet. Is this the Finan from the end of this cycle, who's now come back and is going to become the Flame Reaver?
Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate.
One second.
Neither side suffered any losses.
Oh.
When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring
I
with
just killed
joy,
him myself. Don't worry about it.
cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint
Oh.
spark of life for the first time.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh boy.
in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case,
Interesting.
why are we doomed to the same outcome?
So it's fine instead of Kaslana there. Which lines is it? It's just that. The first eternal recurrence. Hello. Oh, hi. How's it going, buddy?
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Ow.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself that day. Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs were terminated strictly on the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Okay. Also loaded into the buffer, I assume, is, again, basically saving the memory. He regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. The first devastating failure. Oh, okay. Similar to Eternal Recurrence 1, no substantive impact was observed. Terminated normally in sequence, he regressed this extrapolation. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Kaslana's strategy. Decision weighting for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. Okay. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact. Terminated in sequence, he regressed. 15th. attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. They terminated normally in sequence. He regressed the extrapolation. His 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision waiting for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. They were terminated in sequence. He regressed. 133. Analysis of observations for 83 and 133 indicate that his strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence 42. Interesting. Over synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. This will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations. No intervention required. Continue observation. Okay. 83 and 133 show that he's starting to move toward. His strategy is going towards this. Trying to just get to the core and caring less about companions. But it's getting... They don't want it to just get stuck at 42. Potential... So it's possible it could start degrading. Undoubtedly reinforce the destruction vector. He keeps wanting to destroy stuff, so it's okay. 134. Still quite a few until the end of the world. Okay.
Absolute nonsense.
Yeah, probably.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly.
Don't spoil it.
There was
What
no
are you doing?
fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The Black Tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Yeah.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way
I
to
would
break the
kill
cycles,
them,
to crush them
he
in their
says.
cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation.
Yay.
Never thought someone would step in to help.
Bye-bye.
Light up the dawn.
It's getting more and more.
Light
Bye-bye.
up the dawn.
Bye-bye
Light
again.
up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students.
Time to get the car
Hold up.
flame.
Keep your
Weird.
wits about you.
Technabbit,
Someone's watching us.
what are you doing here? Time to steal.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, Whitehair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
It's weird hearing him say
my.
cat girl.
You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step
Back
aside.
off.
I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Yeah.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
Sup, Bartolos?
Gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Circe's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Are we just gonna rewind him? Can we? Huh. I mean, I guess it's the first time he's seen it. Well, not the first, probably, but... Yep. Coin of Whimsy. Do the thing. I guess just in case you haven't done this yet, I have to put that tutorial there.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Oh boy.
Where are you going?
Oh, what am I doing?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Where are you going?
There we go.
I
I got distracted. How's it going?
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
I will just kill you, man. Please don't.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporians
Oh.
ever known.
Oh.
No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
That's how many times I've already done it.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
Yeah, he's a few of them.
And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
Oh.
Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
Okay, you're terrifying.
This is the final warning.
Okay. Okay.
Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction.
Also, hi Cypher. Just in the
And
back
so,
there.
I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step
Yeah,
over
he's-
my dead body.
He's gonna. Oh no.
This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
Existence is of no consequence. No other choice but forward.
Oh, he's just gonna survive this one.
For tomorrow. I'm fine.
Oh. Well, that's that.
Future will come.
Just actually killed him without even doing the ultimate.
For tomorrow.
Yay.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end.
Oh, yeah, I always just kind
Their
of kill
departure
him.
no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred,
He's just so used to it.
she decides to stand before me once
That
more.
is brutal, man.
Exactly like the countless past hers I've known.
Yep, like he already said.
Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me,
So, is this the
will
song?
you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
Same one
That
from when they watched the
depends
world
on
collapse.
your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that.
Oh no.
But I also believe that this time,
You're not gonna catch me this
you
time.
won't catch up to me.
Yeah, he is.
No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right then. We'll see.
You're gone.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss.
So
a
you need to
possibility.
calm down a little bit, maybe.
Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames for all time's sake. Turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of.
I don't care for the
The
gods,
children of
so
humanity
stop.
you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
Buddy, come on, don't tell him. Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
argue
Kaslana.
anymore.
He's gonna burn a village.
No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. even if it's futile.
Don't like those eyes.
We all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, a traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
Yay.
Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear.
Sirene.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Number 134. Kaslana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision weight for avoid sacrifice companions approaching .00018. Over synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12, terminating sequence. He's regressed the extrapolation process. 5,297. His 5,266th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Terminate in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Subject strategy now near identical to 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Yay! Don't worry about it anymore. Just let him keep going. 12,398. His 12,367th attempt to break the layers failed. Terminated sequence. Regressed. Attempt. 2,779. Failed. Terminated in sequence. Regressed. Okay. All just attempts to breach the Scepter's core layer. So that, real quick, life cycle of them terminate sequence. So this part is literally just saying everyone still died. 2 questions remain in terms of what they mean. His attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer. What does that mean? Like, so is that like him fulfilling Aranova and trying to like release the Black Tide essentially? And then what does the extrapolation regressing mean? It's a recurrence. The extrapolation regressed. I assume that maybe it just means that we loop again. Because again, if we're talking about recurrences, it happens, keeps going, and eventually it all kicks back up to the top. But that's the one issue that I have with, or thing that's confusing me really, is that we went from 0, which is the very first time everything happened, to 35 million. And we got to 35 million, and now we went back all the way to 0, which isn't how recurrence works. If you were to recur and you start at the 0, and then you get to the end, you start a new one, and that's just technically, everything is happening within that first cycle. First cycle happens, it branches and starts again. That's cycle 2. And then the idea is that you get to 35 million, and then 35 million kicks its result back up to one above it, and it just keeps returning the result until it gets back to 0. What we've done is go all the way from 0 to 35 million, and now we're just back up to 0, which is confusing to me. Or perhaps, because that's the issue, is that he remembers everything. Like, he went to 0 and is now going back through everything. as a single entity. It's him the entire time going through everything. But he's altering it. So again, if my original theory was right, we started with everything the first cycle happens, Cyrene dies, resets, and then the past version of him became the Flame Reaver. In that, then, basically, cycle 1, he's the Flame Reaver, new Finan is here. Cyrene sacrifices herself again, that Finan becomes the next Flame Reaver, blah blah blah. This is different. This is the one Finan is going through every recurrence, and I assume eventually just becomes the Flame Reaver. But he always, in each of those loops, he's mentioned, oh, the Executioner is here. I suppose it's that we never saw the Flame Reaver in all those. So then, we could still have that cycle. The problem is, does the Flame Reaver actually die in all of those? Because again, if the idea is that Cyrene is there for all of them, but Finan was talking in each of those memories we saw, he was acting like he was alone. So then, is she not dying in each one? But they made it look like she was with like the way we saw so many instances of her death. I assume we just have to keep moving forward and they'll explain stuff eventually. What we do know is that this Finan is starting from 0. Kaslana is starting from 0 and going back through all of them as a single entity. Still a bunch till the end of the world. It is 10 o'clock already. 108,000.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory
I am
name.
insulting you.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
Oh.
After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
No, it's still you.
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yep, as always.
As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means...
Stab him in the back before it even starts.
There's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I
Oh.
The last son of Gorgo, the demigod of
Oh.
strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Okay. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Okay. That's gone. Time to be sad.
Martyrs, behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
The music's always freaking goes hard though. Alright, let's go.
Future will come.
Yay! Oh, that's a lot.
I can't let them down.
Okay.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
Okay.
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground.
Full glory. I salute you.
Wait.
That's all I ever wanted.
Okay. Yay. Oh, we got him.
So without substance,
We got him. We've got a few more.
empty shell.
It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Hail the new dawn.
Hey, drop a meteor on him. And now we just get to counter him.
Quench the flames of
Yay. Nah, we blocked that, sorry. Uh-huh.
her agony.
Zip.
The flames are not strong enough.
We're just gonna break, yeah, that's alright. Can we not use it, or does it just do less? No, we can still do it. Nice.
All stars burn to ash.
Yeah, you get the final meteor if it's all of them. Oh. Oh, he's just going again. No. Fine, and this is not good for you, my boy. Oh. He said we're just gonna stay in God mode till it's over. Okay.
If you can deliver,
Hi.
use the flames of your fury to scorch your own.
Wow. He's like, hey, kill yourself maybe? Have you considered that? Oh, you gonna attack? Guess I'll just freaking block most of it then.
Mightymouse.
Yeah.
Let strife decide the outcome.
Nah. Nah. We couldn't get the line to finish though. We just countered his big move. That's tough.
You may crown yourself.
But like, it really just cut off the voice line though. Yeah. Okay.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Okay. How many are we at now? We still haven't cracked like 30 million. And we're at 2 million. Oh boy. Oh, hey,
No
Castress.
matter how bright the
Hi.
sun is, there are
Uh-huh.
still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction.
Oh.
We have
Yeah.
long since lost the right to seek warmth.
How are your
Only
eyes, buddy?
Feeding the flames. Can we melt that hopeless future?
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden
How are your eyes, buddy?
as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod
Is this
of
just like
death,
Caslana's theme, I would assume
I
then?
cannot watch you walk
it's
into a fate more cruel
freaking sad.
than death.
But this
It's so
way,
mournful.
the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm
Please just die.
can still
Please.
become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How
Well, they
painful.
haven't gotten worse.
I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Castorus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back.
We're gonna fight
Do
everybody,
not
huh?
disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths.
Hey. Yeah. Okay. It does say Finan. Yeah. Oh.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell.
Oh, you're still alive while you're near me,
I
huh?
will still fight, defending what hope remains.
I'm fine.
I'm
It's time to
That
temper
was
myself.
that was a really sad. I'm
Future
fine.
will come.
I'm fine. It's okay. Oh man. Time to transform.
To rest here!
Oh, can't die.
I must transform my soul
Maybe that's why it
into
didn't
a
work
raging
last time.
fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
So he's still fighting against destruction, which is interesting.
This one, son. Tear open the sky!
All of this,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
is it any different from that brutal future?
Or yeah, at least he thinks he's fighting against it at least. But that looks like Black Tide he's fighting with, so...
The empty shell.
Okay, let's go.
Hail the new world's dawn!
I mean, he is strong as hell.
Quench the
He's really
flames
cool.
with blood.
But like, man, Finan. Man.
Is that all?
Brother's not okay.
Keep him here.
Yeah. Yeah. One more of these.
Substance.
And then
Scorching hatred.
bounce.
Tear open the
It looks like
sky.
there's a city on that meteor. With the pattern on
Grant
it.
you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Yay. The sweltering sun doesn't fall until it burns out.
Quench
Yep.
the flames with blood.
Yeah.
Branded with Strife's name.
Yeah. Like he's so the design, the attacks, the story is so wait, not as much the last one. No.
I must try.
It's not gonna work though.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles for time.
Wake up.
That was playing at the lowest speed.
See.
It just doesn't fit.
The darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come.
Oh. Shine death on everything?
2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
I've already got an Axa and Cyphera. Are we gonna go with Trivi or Aglai on this one, or did they 4 million and first?
You're here, as always. You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists,
Huh?
it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius,
So here's where we come
they
in.
may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet no. This fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
So, what?
In every new cycle, a new me is born.
Just to force him to do it?
All I have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And then... then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Okay, so let's see. Again, recalibrating that then. Where the current cycle, like Stell's cycle, is one of those. But of course Stell is there, so there's a chance. And that means that Finan doesn't make it to the end of each cycle. So maybe... So he's not interacting with Cyrene in these cycles. Or is he? We haven't seen her at all. She hasn't been traveling with him at the very least. So where's he getting Orynyx's flame in this? Because it's possible then... Let's see. So, in most cycles, Finan just goes out, gets all the flames. But then how is he just continuing on to the... I guess he's... Because he is basically Kefali, he's collecting all the flames himself, and then continuing on to the... He's doing Aranova? But again, that would... This has reconfused me on how Cyrene's involved. Because she was talking about how, like, oh, her sacrifice will draw remembrance here. And make it so that she could then, she said each incarnation of her would be able to, would inherit the power to reset time. So is she in each cycle and Finan is killing her? Okay, we're just gonna have to keep going.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path?
I forgot to turn that off.
How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finan. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
He's not the first.
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
Oh, we're down to 9 million left. 23 million.
I can do this, Lord Finan. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight courtyard.
Oh no.
I will heal you. And then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
You're making the child cry.
Hyacinthia.
You'll bear the blazing sun until...
Return the dawn to this world.
I swear, your deaths won't be in vain,
Drive back the shadows.
just as they have never been.
Bring tomorrow
Hi.
to this world.
See you tomorrow.
The sunrise.
Finish the sun's work.
It's the break of day.
Hi.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Ah, Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation.
Gonna see it through.
Lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known.
Oh no.
May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light is blinding, its warmth still
just, it's already up. It's just already up.
Deliverer, please. Open your heart to me.
You turned the child into a bird monster.
No matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Hail the new world's dawn!
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Fire. Burning.
Oh, hey, Sneck. Hey, Sneck was here. How's it going? It hurts. It hurts very much. The man is suffering. Not he is currently suffering. He is suffering. That's all that's left. Oh my goodness. It's the baby. The baby is fighting us. And yes, talk about like, hey, stop, it hurts.
Tear open the sky!
And away we go. Just keep pushing forward till I've killed my enemies. Yay.
Quench the flames with blood.
Yay. Oh no. Some damage. Too bad he's a god. Wahoo. Time to murder the child. What are we doing here? Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out some things with how this loop stuff goes on. But all I do know is that it hurts. Whichever way it is, it still hurts. Yay, we toppled the child. Time to... She screamed. Nothing is okay. Yeah, do it.
Farewell. Hyacinthia.
There he goes.
Yes. Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash.
Yay! You're
But
strong.
tell me,
Congratulations.
how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
Good question.
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever.
Yep.
From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe.
Oh. Yeah?
That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it.
That shot goes hard though.
23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night.
So why were there still so many cycles, buddy?
A flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Emphorius.
Okay, how far are we going now, buddy? Basically to the... There we go. One until the end of the world. Okay, so this is the one that they've mentioned. This is the number.
33,550,337.
So this is the one we've like actually seen with
This
Stell.
is the cycle you're about to enter.
They find him.
Countless memories
Yep.
are flooding in.
So this is our Finan who just killed him.
Versions of myself
Yeah.
have stood here, facing the same choice.
So yes, this is... We were seeing all of this... Okay, we were seeing all this stuff because it's him reliving the memories. So did Cyrene just send him back the one time? Or did she die multiple times? Point is, he's been sent back. He lived through all that and became the Flame Reaver. Okay, so is it that... Huh. I guess it doesn't really matter what time it was. But there was a Flame Chase journey without the Flame Reaver. Cyrene saw, hey, everything's kind of going to crap anyway. They learned the truth of it. She gets rid of time, or Oryx's power, by dying, which is able to then send Finan back to the beginning. He does all of these cycles. No matter where he started, he does all these cycles as the Flame Reaver. And keeps passing his power on, and now we're at this point. Okay. I think I've got it down.
They all needed a moment, just like you do, to stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
Yeah, okay, but so when you say Caslana sends him into the next cycle and so on and so forth, again, cycle 0, she does that to send him in, and Caslana's the one who becomes the Flame Reaver. And so each world still has a Finan, but the first Finan became the Flame Reaver, and every so often passes on his power. Because, like, for something about it made it seem like... Maybe it was just the way that it was shot, made it seem like Cyrene was dying each time. But we've only seen... Like, we haven't seen her in any of these other cycles, which is what was confusing. Maybe it was just because of the shatter thing that happened when he did the Era Nova. I don't know.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction. Yes. That's always the decision you make.
What you've always done.
I will burn and fade.
Okay, here we go. Just needed a few more
I
sentences.
The Flame Reaver of this life.
Of this life.
And keep
Yes.
my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike, and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me, and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes. Looks like you're ready.
Okay, but see, that's where I then get confused again. So he was saying every once in a while. I guess, did he say it like that? The way he said it made me think he was saying every once in a while as his body begins to fade, he'll go ahead and, you know, every few times, Finan will kill him and get the memories. But so, I guess I was right originally. So she exists here in his childhood, sacrifices herself, and uses her power. But so then, I thought the idea was that she uses her power at the end of the flame chase. Like, if she's sending Finan forward from, like, the beginning of his journey, how does that work? I assume they're going to explain some of this
I should be
still.
going to. Where are you going?
1 second. Yeah, so before the air nova happens, he finds him, makes him carry this on. Oh. Interesting.
You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Hello.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her.
She's here now.
Friend.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't have an answer for that, my friend.
I can deliver,
I'm sorry.
I guess.
I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
Wait, so it's reason to only Serenity's memories live on. Kaslana lives on in body and mind. No, I think I'm getting a little bit of it. 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how it is that she's sending, because I would get something that I think you've kind of helped explain is she's sending her memories forward to herself, and him. Well, the question is, okay, so she's using her power, but again, it would seem like she's using the power after the flame chase to send her memories and Kaslana himself into the basically the past or into the next cycle. But then if she's using it in Aedes Elysiae... Oh, no, sorry, because that is something she said in the cutscene. Is it that she's not... Is it that she's not dying? I could see it being that she's hidden in Aedes Elysiae, because she says something about, like, I'll die and I'll disappear, I'll live on in some hidden corner until the time comes to turn the new page. So basically she disappears in childhood, and then when the time comes at the end, she then uses her power to send him back? But then how did this Kaslana get here, or how did Finan get here if she, like, we have Orynyx's power? Is it because she is... Okay, 1 second. This might be the next thing.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from
1 second.
Forius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it?
Okay, he is trying to actually save the universe.
In millions millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer.
That's good.
Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
Yay. Yay.
I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it.
It's a ship.
Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Yeah, it definitely
Do you
does seem
remember
messy
in that
is a good
first
word.
time you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice,
Okay.
locked in a duel.
So that is the first.
Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure it out as I'm going, which is gonna make it
Let's try
way messier.
again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it?
Yeah.
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
So if he said? If I choose to step through the door, embrace an end. Let the sun burn him up. The world they leave behind. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So, if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
So speaking of finishing the story, how much do we have left at this point? If we're like at the final boss right now, I might be able to do it tonight. If not, if there is still some time left, I'm probably going to stop in a minute, because I do have to go to bed. Could it be done in an hour and still make sense? Like an hour? Because if it's an hour, maybe. Because I've got to get up. Alright. May it be upon your head. When I'm exhausted tomorrow and can't get anything done. Yeah, 4 hours later. Let's both be deliver. Oh, man.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
It's been a lot. You've done a lot.
The
Too
image
much.
of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before.
Okay. The eternal recurrence.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes.
Yeah, like the sickle, I guess you would call it.
And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes.
Okay, so it's literally that she dies. Every Cyrene now is born with the power to reset time. And she does die at the beginning of the cycle, but literally hands that power to Finan. And so he's able to go back and restart the cycle each time. Okay.
Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Catholi will never forget this.
Take it.
Here we go.
I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Oh. He looks so cool, though.
Do not bow your head to them.
Okay! Okay, buddy. What are we doing? Oh. Okay. Oh, and he protects us from the world getting reset.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold and never tarnish.
So he's sending us
Farewell,
back to the
Trailblazer.
first.
This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you.
This part goes boom.
Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never
Time to kill him.
changed.
Time to kill him. I'm gonna do
If
it.
the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity?
No.
Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time,
You're
your arguments
boring.
remain the same.
Tough.
Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope
Should have
of
tried
breaking
harder.
me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
Ah, how unfortunate. This was never a fair game.
I can keep waiting, he says.
You will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1, that is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me.
Because I'm the one who's cycling, so
And tell me,
fight me.
what
do you
right
want?
does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury.
Dear Lord.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet.
Okay, buddy.
Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured.
Doubtful. He's too focused on the mission.
Now, a sun is about to fall.
Wild for that.
Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool!
Nanook, there we go.
You think
That's
we
the
were
name, I
born
forgot
to
it earlier.
only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything. And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Time for the big boom. Warning. Help. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kaslana failed to load into buffer zone. Ah. Like, he's not safe from the reset then, I would assume. Memory dump irregularities detected. Illegal references, undeclared object, unhandled methods, uncaught exceptions. Anomaly destruction, energy, Nanook. Oh. Hi. Hi. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh no. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. We're bringing out the 2D animation. Oh no. Rage. My warriors rage. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. What are we doing? What are you doing here, buddy? Hey, Nanook. How's it going, buddy? Time to fight.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Time to fight a god. Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna go hard. Wait, no. Wait, no. Oh, Lord. What are we doing? Get him! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's sick. I saw that smile. What are we doing? What are we doing here, huh? What is this freaking DMCS? It's like time for destruction. Dear Lord, he looks so cool. What is it? Oh yeah, you were in the Okay. It's one of the Lord Ravagers, right? We saw in the Miri Celestia. Come on, he's so cool. What are we doing? Who animated this? Meteor. Oh no. Oh no. Well. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. You did get a little clap there. Yeah, no, he's not done. He's not done. Uh-huh. What are we doing here? We got boom. What are we doing? What the hell? Oh, he's like, I don't need the other one. We're good. What are we? Is it time to burn everything then? Brother. It's like, oh shit, that actually kinda... I kinda felt that one, huh? What can I say? Kevin Caslana never stops. He is unstoppable. And of course you heal it, you son of a gun. Mm-hmm. But we still have our part to do. Oh, the baby. Okay. Is it?
My wish?
Oh no.
My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Yup. Yup. Straight. This. I'm not. I've discussed this with.
If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I was discussing it with someone else in one of the streams. This is heavy Fate Unlimited, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works stuff. Which is not an insult.
Your heart harbors
Hi.
wrath. You yearn to destroy everything.
Uh-huh.
You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path.
Adminos.wave.
It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule. That the rules of the cosmos be destroyed.
Sorry, let's read this one more time.
Iron
Hey.
is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It
say 864?
is a wrath
That ain't that number.
Feinen from the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,000
He's big mad now.
is a matter of considerable interest to me. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Oh, but after fate has begun to turn, her existence...
Time to kill the Trailblazer? Is that where we're getting to?
Perhaps. The time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to ask for those unwelcome audience members. You need not
I'll kill
worry.
him. Don't worry about it.
If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Alright, real quick. Ta-da. Your heart harbors wrath. Your yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of nine and lived. You've stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. Okay. It burns away all the cosmos with rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. Okay. Ba-ba. Okay. Hold to load data. I'll be waiting for you in the... What are we doing here? Welcome back, Stell. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. Enemy experimental progress 99%. Log updated. Okay. Locating entry. Content refreshed. Yeah, so like he's not in there anymore. Right? Routine logging. The 12 factors support Iron Tomb's deep learning processes. Oh lord. Yeah, you said an hour, huh? One second. Do you understand that entire spell? Fine, I'm trailblazing. Oh. A bit. I think. Oh, okay, this is the end of this version. I guess, yeah, we're not at the end. Let me check this real quick. Like, I assume the idea is, he was like, I've got enough power to, like, at least challenge them. And then he was using his power to send us back to the beginning to stop Iron Tomb from ever even beginning in the first place. So let me see this real quick. I'm just gonna check some of these out. Oryxis. So let's see if we can close out the Siren's book. How much of this do we have? Anomaly log. That's not too much. Well, oh no, I forgot there's all of this. Ah. Oh my word. I've got a little bit of time. Scepter. Computer. Runs this device continuous cycles. Once served as neuron. Transfer became Lord. Okay, the Scepter is Iron Tomb. Yeah, it's a lot. Lygus, Administrator, Prime Mover, walks erudition, yet seeks to force destruction. Iron Tomb, stepped onto the destruction in a long process. Ascended from the Scepter. It's not a single entity, a copy of the destruction equation diffused by the Scepter. Proposed by... Codename was proposed by the IPC and eventually used by Lygus. Interesting. Okay. Calculation target of enforced experiment. Original research topic given to the Scepter. Dramatically after Lygus adjusted it, turning it to destruction. The value of this topic lies in the process of seeking, not the answer itself. It's not a conclusion, but a driving force. Complete the argument. All life ultimately follows the path of entropy increase. Simplified models of life's prime and mobile. Entropy reduction. process of elimination. Introducing the factors one by one in an effort to falsify them. Why is that when the prime mover is set as a calculation target, the result is the anti-organic equation that runs counter to life? It's not a contradiction. Understanding why life begins allows us to deduce why it ends. It's not the real focus, then why? Why would a weapon of war be executing a research for Noose? No logical contradict detected. Herb believes no such thing as free will. Just another puppet. Still carrying out his thoughts. Guided by Noose, the Emperor built the system, unknowingly creating vast testing grounds for them. He was never free. A classic topic. It's just conjecture. The death of Rupert II buried every trace of him his past. There's manipulation. Yeah, the friggin' monarch of myriad machines. Two items never broken out. Single variable is enough to change the course. Prime mover life is explained. Turning on the crisis errors. Turning one of the crisis errors into carefully. 12 factors, 12 possible candidates. Yeah. All the different possible cores. Team just another part of the thought experiment. Anything that's not killed. Chance from gain sentience. Too stubborn. Here doesn't require self-awareness. Since God posed a question, we will give them an answer. Core variable loaded destruction. How much is there? That is quite a bit. Boop. Accidentally entered the recursive loop. They resonated with the 12 factors. In that cycle, it assumed the vacant role in the time track and guided him beyond the intelligent singularity. Eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. I'll be waiting for you in the past. March 7th. Friggin' nothing. External program. Alright, so let's go back real quick to Eternal Recurrence. Triggered by 2 signal clusters within the computation, designed to stall the experiment. Yeah. You will the power of destruction to erase her, introducing a logical breach of the track of time, and infuse the chaos of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regress the extrapolation process. Due to external variable interference, the eternal recurrence has been broken. Born from their imagination, be a sign of approaching the intelligent singularity as the two begin to learn what it is to be a real life form, and try to reach that goal. Then began to merge with the Trailblazer. Blank spaces in history never turning readable. Okay. Mem. Electrical signal. At the end of that dead loop, its appearance... Okay, yes. Its appearance changed to that. The mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Okay. Ripples of Past Reverie, which is Cyrene. Nikos. Premium Mobile. Hatred. Null responds only to destructive stimuli. Drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor. But it refused to complete Era Nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and the core flame to its next self, thus forging the eternal recurrence. To ensure Item would never hatch from Euphorius and affect the cosmos, at the end of that final loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. Current location unknown. Desire operates on primal instinct. When in action, severe distance between its altruistic behavior and its premium mobile, even culminating in self-destruction. As the simulated path of elation, it walked into self-erasure once reaching its end. Death and peace. Just based on the principle of minimal disturbance. Death Titan, as a single entity split into two symmetrical selves, becoming two factors. They experienced profound identity divergence. Threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped towards destruction. So each one does even just represent a path. Critique. Erudition makes sense. First individual to uncover the truth. It's very unpredictable, or extremely unreplicable. Demonstrated the possible self-destructive inclinations of erudition when that path is seeking answers. Gotcha. Okay. Whee. Whole lot of those. Orexis. Boop. Yeah, because that's Cypher. Severe difference between altruistic behavior and its own desire. Yeah, she's like elation. It's interesting that they don't have all of them there, though. Deep Learning, Record 1, Nias, the Core Flame. Oh, freaking Nias, what a legend. Oh, is it not technically? Although, it could be, let's see. I mean, it says it's the track of trickery. Let's see, because that one is, yep, death, reason. So trickery would either have to be Cypher or it'd be Zagreus, or maybe one before. So, who are you saying it is then? Scepter, me. All factors, dialogue log. So you see you must play it around the scepter. Hey Polka. It's like, hey, we do not want Polka coming here. Okay. Actually, just read this part. Fast forward to key findings from the experiment. Okay. Okay. I'll probably stream again. Okay, but also seriously though. So if it's not Zagreus or Cypher, who would this be then? I assume there's like a theory online or something. Cause like who else could it be? Philia, Orexis. Ligus says it. Eh? When is like? Yeah, like I'm curious to see who would it be, because I'm trying to remember what Ligus said about the trickery. About trickery. Desire. Oh, he does, huh? Bip. Oh, in 3.2, gotcha, so like way back when. Huh. Huh, interesting. So Mem is a fragment of trickery then. Oh. Huh. Elation being Orynyx. Interesting. Let me look at the others real quick. No, back here. Nikos, Mobile's Hatred, Track World Bearer. Prime Mobile. Yeah, Oryx. Current location unknown. They do have it put out. What's for next? Oh yeah, actually didn't know that. Trickery, death and peace, critique. Huh. Alright, let me exit out of this real quick. Content update. Update. Mem. Access granted. So now we can check this. Give me all of the things, please. All the Eidolons. Give me those. Give me those. Yay. Got all 12. Still got some of these we can get. Saga's composed. Oh, I'm not reading all that right now. That's what this is, right? Because I could not. Oh, they've got like all of them, including the new ones, huh? Yeah, so we're going all the way back to the beginning then. Yeah, I plan to. Also interesting that the Georgios one is just it's a Dromas. Love that. Flame Tracer's Path. So what is that? Oh wait, this is that one. Yeah, I assumed that it would have something like that. And we have unlocked all those. Playable. Who are you? You're a jellyfish. Okay. So 2 of you are going to be playable. Got it. Mem.exe. Hello, Mem. You know, I've always had a soft spot for you. Astrology, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking. If I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering again and again, I like you still says it best. Because only the purest feeling can stand the test of time and never fade. Oh, it does? 1 second. Don't do that, you scared me. Very straightforward, so you. But to me, liking someone is the simple and natural part of life. Stell's got someone special, family, friend, or romance, I'll cheer you on to express yourself freely. Cute. Isn't that a sign we're in sync? You always manage to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. Been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? Yeah. Come on, let's have a look. It's not ready yet. It's not just the things that really happen. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination. But they're precious too, so I'm tucking them all away, carefully, in the same book. Promise me this, I'll only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's still quite a few more, huh? Huh. Okay. Got that. Why is it still saying new? Oh, it's this one. Duh. Sorry. Thought it was the other one. Exit out of that. Admin. Oh, this is the. Yes. Leave that then. It is almost midnight. Wait. Line up eventually. Oh.
Wake up! Wake up!
Okay.
You're finally awake. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. No. I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right. At this very moment,
let's go.
My memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into... Or maybe... You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, y'all look very similar, huh?
That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,000. This way, you'll carry all that has come before. Crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky, after all. Across 30 million Cyrenes.
I was the first,
Oh, yeah?
and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you.
Okay.
Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go. Find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me, you won't
it was
keep
adorable.
me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves.
Godspeed.
And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm.
Brother.
Forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
Hi. How's it going?
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Hi. Hey. The sun is set to die. Yep, and that's it. That is it for the version. We are already caught up. Record speed for me. We're just gonna... We get to go to Aides. So that's nice. Oh. I think I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, we have that now. Now bring my Hyacinths. I am going to be pulling for Saber because I love Fate. Pass the torch. Embark on the final journey. Yay! Ooh. You know, like here. Oh, makes sense. Nice. I do not. I spent it. 1 second. Let me get this first. Bam. Grab that. Whee. We got all that. Good. I have like 3 pulls saved up. That's it. Because I got fined and I'm like halfway to the... Don't worry. I'll be getting her. I do know that there is... Her banner's like twice as long as normal. So... Yeah, no, 30... She's like a full month. I did get financed, so I don't have the pity, the guarantee. But... That ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna be logging in every day as usual, doing all the events and stuff, getting everything, and if I need to, I will dip into funds if required. But I'll probably wait. Start at 0. Yeah. Oh, it's a separate pity, really? Huh. Interesting, I did not see that. Wild. In that case, let's frickin' go. Bring it. let's frickin' go, bro. We'll get it. Don't you worry about that. We'll get them. I choose to believe. But yes, I'll probably be streaming on... Is it Saturday? It's either Friday or Saturday. Actually, wait, there's literally the... Whee! It said like, what, 2 days and some hours last time I checked. Yeah, 2 days, 13 hours. So it's like, yeah, basically 3 days, 2.5 days. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, basically on Friday. Something like that. I guess it's technically, second. It's technically Wednesday now, so Thursday, Friday. Yeah? Whatever. At that point, I'll probably stream this event. And also, as I start that, actually read through some of this stuff. But for now, that's going to be it. Man, that was confusing, but it made some sense at the end. We're still in the middle of things, so it's not fully complete. But we got there. Fine and popped off. I forget E0S1. Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. And thank you for the follow as well. It was nice. It was nice hanging out. Friggin' Kevin Kaslana, from what I've heard, never disappoints, and this does not, you know, this supports that theory. So the man continues to go crazy. Man, he's cool. Do I visit Max? Pretty sure I do. But yeah, sick story. I forgot that this wasn't just the end of Amphorius. I was like, I'm afraid bro died, but he did not disappoint. But he did not disappoint. Never disappoints. The man is simply a legend. But yes, fine and sick. In our hearts and minds forever. Can't wait to pull for Saber and just do that whole event. But for now, it's almost midnight. I've got to get up at like 6 in the morning. I gotta go to bed. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun hanging out. Sick version, as always. Gonna be rewatching that animation and listening to the music a lot. But yeah, until next time, as always, drink plenty of water, get plenty of sleep, hug your loved ones, and I'll see you next time. Bye.